Some jobs are just plain dangerous. Working with heavy machinery, heights, electricity, these risks are obvious. But what about the dangers we can't see, smell, or taste? Hazardous gases are silent killers in the workplace. Think of it like this. You wouldn't walk onto a construction site without a hard hat, right? Well, in many industries, a multi-gas detector is just as essential. It's your first line of defense against invisible threats that can knock you down just as fast as a falling brick. We're talking about gases that can suffocate you, poison you, or even cause an explosion without any warning. So buckle up, grab your safety glasses, and let's dive into the world of invisible threats and the technology we use to stay one step ahead. Alright, let's talk about the multi-gas detector, a true workhorse in the world of safety equipment. This little device is like having 5 senses rolled into one, constantly sniffing out danger and sounding the alarm before it can get you. But what exactly is it looking for? Let's break down some of the key gases it's designed to detect. First, we have VOCs, or volatile organic compounds. Found in paints, solvents and fuels, prolonged exposure can cause headaches, dizziness and long-term health problems. Next up is LEL, or lower explosive limit. This one's all about preventing those boom moments nobody wants. LEL refers to the concentration of a flammable gas or vapor in the air that can ignite. Then there's O2, or oxygen. We need it to survive, but too much or too little can be deadly. Hydrogen sulfide, or H2S, is next. This gas is nasty and can knock you out cold with just a few breaths. Finally, we have CO, or carbon monoxide, which is often the 5th sensor. This odorless, colorless, and deadly gas is a real threat. Some detectors allow you to customize this sensor for other gases specific to your work environment. The multi-gas detector keeps you safe by monitoring these critical gases. Now that we know what a multi-gas detector looks for, let's talk about where it's used. These things are more common than you might think. First up, refineries. These places are like giant chemistry sets with flammable liquids and gases everywhere. Multi-gas detectors are crucial for detecting gases like hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, and volatile organic compounds. Next, nitrogen blanketing. By replacing oxygen with nitrogen, you eliminate the risk of fire and explosion. Detectors ensure that oxygen levels are kept low to prevent combustion. And then there's aerospace. Building and fueling rockets is serious business. Multi-gas detectors monitor for gases like hydrazine and nitrogen tetroxide, which are highly toxic and flammable. Multi-gas detectors are used extensively to monitor for leaks, ensuring a safe working environment for everyone involved. Real-time monitoring is essential to quickly identify and address any gas leaks. These detectors are also vital in confined spaces like sewers, tanks, and utility vaults. They detect dangerous gases such as hydrogen sulfide and methane, which can accumulate in these areas. In utilities, they protect workers from gas leaks and oxygen-deficient atmospheres. Real-time monitoring helps in preventing accidents and ensuring worker safety. The point is, if there's a risk of hazardous gases, a gas detector is probably involved. They detect gases like carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, and oxygen levels to maintain a safe environment. Chemical plants are another critical area. With various chemicals being processed, the risk of toxic gas release is high. Detectors monitor for gases like chlorine and ammonia. In mining, multi-gas detectors are essential for detecting dangerous gases like methane and carbon monoxide. Real-time monitoring is crucial to prevent explosions and ensure miner safety. Emergency responders such as firefighters also rely on these detectors to assess hazardous environments quickly. They detect gases like carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide during fire incidents. Laboratories where experiments with volatile substances occur also benefit from the use of multi-gas detectors. They monitor for gases like acetylene and ethylene oxide to ensure a safe working environment. Even in agriculture, these detectors are used in grain storage facilities to monitor for gases like carbon dioxide and methane. Real-time monitoring helps in preventing accidents and ensuring worker safety. So from industrial settings to emergency response, multi-gas detectors play a crucial role in maintaining safety across various fields. Real-time monitoring and detection of specific gases are essential for preventing accidents and ensuring a safe working environment. Section 4. The silent killers, how hazardous gases form and their impact. Volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, are everywhere. They're released from everyday products like paints, glues, and cleaning supplies. Lower explosive limit gases or LEL gases include methane, propane, and butane, all highly flammable and potentially explosive. Oxygen, or O2, is another critical gas to monitor. Too little oxygen and you suffocate. Too much and you increase the risk of fire. Then there's hydrogen sulfide, or H2S. This rotten egg-smelling gas is a byproduct of decaying organic matter and is often found in sewers, manure pits, and oil and gas production. It's highly toxic, even in small doses, and can cause rapid unconsciousness and death. These gases are invisible, odorless, except for H2S, which you can't always smell, and deadly. That's why having a reliable way to detect them is crucial. Understanding these gases helps us appreciate the importance of multi-gas detectors. Section 5. The Multi-Hazard World. Why one sensor isn't enough. You might be thinking, why do I need a multi-gas detector? Can't I just get separate detectors for each gas? Sure you could, but here's the thing. The real world is messy. Dangers rarely show up one at a time. Imagine this. You're working in a confined space, testing for methane. You're focused on that one risk, but meanwhile oxygen levels are dropping, or maybe there's a hidden H2S leak. By the time you realize it, it's too late. That's the beauty of a multi-gas detector. It gives you a complete picture of your environment, monitoring for multiple threats simultaneously. Some gases can actually mask the presence of others. For example, high levels of methane can displace oxygen, creating an environment that seems safe but is actually incredibly dangerous. A multi-gas detector sees through these deceptions, alerting you to all potential threats. Section 6. Keeping your guardians sharp. Calibration and maintenance tips. A multi-gas detector is a lifesaver, no doubt about it. But like any piece of equipment, it needs a little TLC to stay in tip-top shape. Calibration is key. This process ensures that the detector's sensors are accurately measuring gas concentrations. How often you calibrate depends on the type of detector and how often it's used, but a good rule of thumb is to follow the manufacturer's recommendations. Next up is bump testing. Think of this as a quick systems check before you head into a potentially hazardous environment. Regular cleaning is also important. Dust, dirt, and grime can build up on the sensors, affecting their accuracy. A gentle wipe down with a soft cloth is usually all it takes. And finally, don't forget about battery life. A dead battery renders your detector useless, so always make sure it's fully charged before you head out. Remember, a well-maintained gas detector is a reliable gas detector. Section 7. Beyond the alarm, real-time data and the future of safety. Today's multi-gas detectors are sophisticated pieces of technology, and they're only getting smarter. One of the most exciting developments is the integration of real-time data and connectivity. Imagine this. You're working in a large facility and your detector picks up a gas leak. This information is instantly transmitted to a central monitoring system, alerting safety personnel and providing them with your exact location. This kind of real-time data can also be used to identify trends and potential hazards before they become a problem. We're seeing the emergence of wearable gas detectors, cloud-based data storage, and even artificial intelligence that can predict and prevent accidents. The future of safety is all about harnessing the power of technology to create safer and more productive work environments. Multi-gas detection isn't just about alarms and flashing lights. It's about using technology to create a culture of safety.